Welcome back, everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Onewind Penumbra hot tent. The first step in the setup is let's bust this bad boy out. You then lay the tent out between your two trees. Onewind does supply you enough guy lines to do this without a ridge line. I just prefer the ridge line, and this is how I do it. This is a quick deploy ridge line with 3 prusik loops. This tent is pushing 6 feet tall. I'm almost there, so I set my ridge line up at head height. Leave one of your prusik loops at one end, slide one down to the middle, slide your last one down to the other end. You want to insert your prusik through the tie-out point and insert a toggle. Continue this process on the middle tie-out. Insert your prusik, secure with a toggle. And one final time at the other end. Prusik through the tie-out, toggle through the prusik. Pull the whole system tight. At the bottom of your zipper, you'll find 2 shock cords. You want to stake these out directly below your ridge line. Don't worry if your doors are loose and the stake's not in all the way. This is just providing an anchor point to pitch out the rest of the tent. Do this on both sides. Just like the other side, insert your stake through the 2 shock cords, straight down from your ridge line, and stake it out. Once both door ends are staked, you then stake out the 4 corners. All the tie-outs come with this shock cord. Again, just insert your stake, pull tight, hammer it in. Repeating that process on the other 3 corners. At this point, I remove the stakes from the door and zip it up. The Penumbra has 4 tie-out points on either side to really open up the interior of this tent and really stabilize it. Mine are all pre-connected. Well, it was. Let's show you how to connect these. There's 2 tie-out points. I'm going to connect it to the bottom. Simply slide one end of the shock cord through the loop, tie a quick knot, and your tie-out is ready. As for the guy line, you come up through the bottom slotted one, and then down through the circular hole and pull. This locks it in place and allows for tensioning adjustments. Your Penumbra will not come with these attached. I highly advise you set this up once before you take it out. I had to attach all these in about -6. It was a little chilly, and I wish I did it beforehand. Your next step is to stake out the 8 panel poles. For this step, I like to use the Marlin spike hitch on my guy line. But first, you hammer in your stake. Tie your Marlin spike hitch by simply making a loop, folding that loop on itself, and then pulling through the center, and attach that to your stake. Onewind does supply enough tent stakes to stake out each panel pole on its own. Just to expedite things, I'm going to tie another Marlin spike hitch and connect both on one side to the same stake. You then go around and do the same for the other 3 tie-out points. Another Marlin spike hitch, another Marlin spike hitch. I'm going to speed this section up because I already showed you in detail on the other side how to do it. So I'll be back with you in a sec. Now that you're all staked out, you go around and tension all your guy lines. To add tension to everything, you simply grab the tag end and pull. That easy. Grab the tag end, pull. You do this to all 8 tie-outs. This tent does have some assembly required. All the guy lines, the stove jack does not come connected. Simply open your flap, roll it underneath, secure it in place with the toggle system, both ends. Slap on your stove jack. Simply Velcros into place. And there you have it. That is how you set up the Onewind Penumbra hot tent. It definitely went much smoother on my second setup. And as I mentioned earlier, I highly suggest setting this up once before you take it out into the field, just to get used to the tent, get all your guy lines connected, and just see how it all works. Next up, I'd like to show you how to set up your hammock inside the Penumbra. They have an awesome zipper system, allowing your suspension to pass through the doors. Onewind has a 3-zipper system. 1 to close the door, and 2 to open up and stick your suspension through. I'll connect the other end and I'll meet you inside. Now you just attach your hammock to whatever suspension system it is you use. And zip the top zipper down to your suspension, sealing your tent. All that's left is to set up your stove. And just like that, your hammock hot tenting in the winter months. This thing is awesome. I hope you enjoyed the setup. I have a full review, which I'll link in the description below. If you plan on getting into hammock hot tenting and you're interested in the Onewind Penumbra, there'll be a discount code in the description of this video that'll save you 10%. Thanks for watching, everybody. I absolutely love the Onewind Penumbra. I can't wait to get out and use it some more.